Hi, I'm Tori,
I'm Anna.
and we did our research project on red tides. Our research questions are what are red tides and what exactly causes them, and how do the red tides affect us and marine life? We also personally we heard about the red tides occurring near us, and we had never heard of them, so we wanted to know exactly like what are these red tides. Um, Red tides are defined as harmful algal blooms, where basically an abundance of algae causes the water to discolor. Basically, what this is saying is it's not the water itself that's turning red, but it's a bunch of algae that's grouped up to the point where it makes the water appear to be red. These red tides can deplete oxygen as well as release harmful toxins, and it's been found that these toxins are harmful to humans and marine life. Um, and it has also been known that the red tides occur in warm ocean surface temperatures. In figure 1 here in the first image, it is basically showing the red tides in a tide pool, and as you can see, the water literally looks to have an orangey red color. And one species that's been found, or like one organism that's been found to be common in the red tides, is the Akashiwo sanguinea. This is a type of flagellates known for forming the blooms. This organism is found around the world in tropical temperate waters. And if you looked at the bottom right, that's basically what the organism looks like on a microscopic level. Some characteristics of this organism is it is constantly moving using their tail, and they do this in order to navigate through the water column. These are single cells with no shell, and they are photosynthetic and sometimes feed on protozooplankton and have been classified as a plankton themselves. So the relation to the red tides is basically these planktons are what cause the red tides. The organism itself is so dense that when there's a large amount of them grouped together, it causes the whole phenomena of the red tides. In the figure below, figure 2, this is a graph basically showing how often the red tides have occurred over the years. If we look towards the left, we see years such as 1910, 1915, and it's showing that the occurrence of the red tides is pretty flat, nothing too serious. And then as we get closer to present day, the occurrence of the red tides has been shown to been increasing.
So looking at HAB, HAB stands for harmful algal blooms, and one of the most harmful HABs occurs in Florida. Their toxins released by this bloom are extremely detrimental to both marine and human life, so it can have very negative consequences on both marine life and human lives, as well as the entire marine ecosystem. We look at figure 3, which illustrates the red tides on the coast of Florida, and you can see the red tides coming up onto the shore, and if someone were to swim in this water, they could be exposed to this red tide and have very negative health consequences as a result of it. And now we're looking towards the West Coast HAB, where the red tides occur annually at hotspots along the West Coast. And the biggest threat to humans on the West Coast is through recreationally harvested shellfish. And this could be very detrimental to human health, seeing if they're exposed to the toxins through their food source and fishes and that sort of area. And the shellfish are closely monitored to ensure they have not been exposed to red tide, so that we can protect human health and make sure that the food is not contaminated and humans aren't eating these toxins. And this is done before being put up for sale to restaurants, stores, and other facilities. Then we look at figure 4, which shows the different hotspots of red tides occurring along the West Coast, and you can see in the southern part there's not as much red tides occurring as there are in the central coast, where you see a dense amount of them occurring. And the purpose/relevance to humans is that red tides release toxins that can cause various diseases and illnesses, such as respiratory illness and neurotoxic shellfish poisoning in humans. And red tides can also lead to the death of a variety of seabirds and other marine mammals, which can also affect the ecosystem. Seeing if they die, then it can affect the food web as well.
And then, so solutions, there hasn't been any real solution or way to eradicate the red tides, but there has been a temporary solution. Researchers have found that a certain clay mixture, when it is sprayed on top of the water, has been found to weigh down the HAB or the red tides. And this is helpful because if the red tides are dragged down to the seafloor, then it kind of decreases the potential for a human to be exposed to the red tides because there aren't going to be humans on the seafloor. And then to conclude, we've noted that red tides are becoming increasingly more common. The red tides release harmful toxins that can be detrimental to both humans and marine life. And because of these toxins, that the red tides need to be closely monitored in order to limit the amount of harm that they inflict on us and marine life. These are our sources, and thank you for listening.